bit about LiveTiles Vibe because it's a very exciting technology that we've just rolled out. We're using it internally and we're very excited to get it into your hands as well. So LiveTiles Vibe came about sort of around the time of coronavirus when everyone was shifted to working from home, and we at LiveTiles were a little bit worried at how we're going to track everyone, how we're going to find out how people are feeling, who's doing well, who's doing not so well, especially given that we can't physically be near each other and look in each other's eyes and ask, you know, how are you today? So we looked at different survey technologies, including the one that we already use for employee engagement. But what we were finding was that there was a lot that was very clunky to use, to implement, as well as just too lengthy in terms of what we needed. We didn't want to be rolling out 10, 15-minute surveys asking employees to fill these in and take time away from what they should be doing to tell us something that's relatively simple. How are you going today? How are you feeling? Is there anything you need from us? So given there was nothing really out there for us that's solved this particular problem, we said, well, we're a tech company, what should we do? Let's build something. And that's exactly what we've done. So we've gone away and we've decided to build a new technology that is not a survey. There's no point for us at LiveTiles going down that path of building technologies that already are out there and doing very well in this space. What we wanted to do is actually create something that's far more quick and simple than a survey. So LiveTiles Vibe is literally just a very quick pulse read, a momentary point in time that we can gather feedback from an individual or team. It actually sits in the Teams app, in the Teams experience as an app, which means it's very easy to deploy. We're big Teams users at LiveTiles, as are our customers. And so it's very, very simple to get it going. And I'm going to show you right now how that works. So essentially what I do is go into my team, and I can invite anyone to a particular team channel. So I can set up a new one and call it LiveTiles Vibe. And effectively what I do is invite people to this channel. You've got posts, and then over here on the right hand side of the top ribbon you've got LiveTiles Vibe, and this is where I as an owner and a creator can go in and create some vibe experiences for my team. So the first vibe, just as an example, I want to check in and see how people are feeling this week. So I go to create, and then we've got a range of templates to choose from. I'm going to go and select the very simple one of how are you feeling today, and I click on next. I can give that a name to appear as a vibe in Teams, and I can add the channel that it's going to pop up in, and I can also schedule it for a particular time. So I might not want to schedule it now, given it's 3 a.m. in Australia right now. I might want to set it to you know, hit everyone's team as a notification at about 10 a.m. in the morning, for example. So once I'm ready to do that, I hit create, and there it is. And then I, as a user of LiveTiles Vibe, would go to my team. I'd see that I had a new notification for a particular team. I'd go in and I see, oh, Vanessa has sent through a vibe. She wants to know how I'm feeling today. I'm going to select the happy face emoji, click share, and I am done. So that literally for a user took 2 seconds just for me to give my vibe. And then switching back to me, Vanessa, the owner, I can now go in after a day or two and have a look at the analytics around that. So I go back to the vibe page, click on that particular card, and I can get all of the analytics telling me how people have responded to that particular vibe, which is very cool. So the use cases are infinite. We believe it's not going to always just be how are you feeling today, or how do you feel about returning to the office post-coronavirus, or which word describes your week, that kind of thing. It can be anything. It could be a marketing vibe that you want to ask people, hey, what do you think of these branding colors? Or hey, what do you think of this new logo? It could be anything related to any particular department or team, and we really want to just reiterate that it's a vibe. It's not a lengthy survey. It should take no more than a couple of seconds to have your say. So also super quick to deploy, as you've seen. We would love it if you could feed back to us as a business, you know, what are the use cases you would see relevant to this in your business, and how would you continue to evolve this technology? Because we want to take it, to continue to grow it and make sure that it's useful for everyone out there. So I'll leave it there for now. We're absolutely open to any questions and feedback as we go, but looking forward to hearing from you. Thank you.
That was Vanessa, our Senior Vice President for People and Experience, who had recorded that earlier, and I hope the video quality was okay at your end. We'll be happy to send it along to you anyway. It's a really nifty solution, and we have with us now live our Irish office, our Senior Vice President for Europe, Middle East, Africa, Elaine Murphy, who's going to talk us through some of the current customer experiences using LiveTiles Vibe. So Elaine, over to you and welcome.
Thank you, Paul. I appreciate it. And thank you all. Fantastic to see the great numbers and the interest today. And while Simon talked us through some of the product changes, it's brilliant to see us constantly adding to the rich features in terms of the product solution sets. And LiveVibe, the feature, it's one such, and it's coming at such a critical time for organizations. There's so many new considerations and pressures to consideration. Speed is very much our friend right now, and I guess with that type of speed comes significant change. And organizations, we just simply don't have a blueprint right now. While many of us are dusting off continuity plans and airing them for the first time, we also need to refine them. And this feature gives us the ability to do that, to get a real-time pulse check. I've actually been surprised by my conversations with customers right now that have actually rolled it out, where they're saying they're actually pretty much decommissioning their employee survey tool for now. And that's been down to they just need real-time feedback because so much is going on right now. In terms of, I guess that significant change, I would say as well, and the importance of the pulse check. You've got an accelerated pace of behavioral reaction to change right now. And what I mean by that is that you may be checking in, and as Vanessa mentioned, like the well-being of your team, on one particular day or 1 week, and they might be happy and, for example, working from home that week, but it may change the next week. Maybe that a project has been put on hold or something has happened that usually you could have that water cooler conversation or use something as a sounding board face-to-face in the office, and that experience is no longer there with this new working environment that we're in. So again, it's good, and we're finding that there is no survey fatigue. It's very, very quick and easy. So just to give you some examples of the type of organizations that are using it right now, and bear in mind, it's free. The functionality is there to roll out to you, and we can talk further on that in a moment. But we've got a medical device organization, and while they have their head office in the US, they've got subsidiaries in the Middle East and Europe. And with that, they had to, they've got manufacturing facilities in all locations. And with the start of COVID, they had to understand whether they were an essential service with the government and what the recommendations were in each location. And some were actually closed down for certain periods. They had to move around work. They had to make some, I would say, unusual changes where they needed to bring in perspex overnight, put down floor tape, new printing, just to show guidelines, etc. They weren't sure whether everybody was understanding this, whether they were getting everything right. So they just to provide real-time feedback to see what they were getting right and what they were getting wrong. We have an IT department, and in a financial institution, also their HR department using it right now. The IT department needed to decommission old technology and move to the cloud. So they wanted to get feedback to see, what's missing after they did the initial move. The HR department wanted to see in terms of how annual reviews were going. And we got fantastic feedback, because while they had a HQ in London, they felt that others in different locations felt that there was bias because of presenteeism, just on the run up to on the run up to the annual reviews. So by doing the survey, they actually found, well, we're actually eliminating some bias. We're actually eliminating some bias working for us. Also retail chains, where they're getting out there, gauging the mood in terms of new launches, new procedures, delivering training virtually for the very first time right now. And also many companies are using it as a wellness check. Like I said, it's free. Feel free to reach out to us after the call, be it myself, your partner that you work with, your CSM, or anybody on the sales side, any of your touch points. We're happy to walk you through it and understand your use case and help you apply it. Thanks, Paul.